Society tells you believe in yourself, power comes from within. If they counted you out, it doesn't matter, you're still gonna win.
Tonight's game is presented to you in parts by the Frankfort Eagles. Post 976, they are people helping people. By Day and Ginda Funeral Home, proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County. By the healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice.
By Fiberhawk, fast, affordable Fiberhawk.
By the Farmers Bank, where you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. By the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. And by Tornado Roofing, specializing in residential and commercial roofing and repair.
The sun is starting to set a little earlier, and there are no goose and goblins walking around. And Friday the 13th, the second Friday of this high school football season in September. Alongside broadcast partner Chris Walker, I'm John Natale, and we have got a Sagamore Conference showdown between the Frankfort Hot Dogs and the Southmont Monties. And let's get right to it with our pregame show presented by Healthy Communities of Clinton City, making the healthy choice the easy choice. Chris, both of these teams coming off of losses of last week in different fashion. Let's just admit, the Hot Dogs had trouble with Tri-West. The Mounties, well, not too bad. Double overtime loss to 28-20 last week. So, as a coach, I'll just try to get in your brain real quick. As a coach, what did you tell your kids from Frankfort this week, and what did you tell them from Southmont this week coming off those losses?
Well, starting with Frankfort, I think you just got to really get back down to the basics. Got to block and tackle, right? Try to convert things when you get it in the red zone. You got to be able to put points on the board if you want to win games. And from a Southmont standpoint, just keep doing what you're doing. They're scoring a lot of points. You got to get some stops occasionally, but keep running the ball as well as they have been, and I think they'll be just fine.
Well, let's keep it with you, Chris. The Farmers Bank to Keys victory. You got three of them. What are they?
Yeah, so we're going to talk about converting in the red zone. I mean, I watched Frankfort a couple weeks ago against Clinton Prairie before the game was rained out. After Clinton Prairie drive, they drive the ball right down the field. They get it all the way down. They get in the red zone, and they just stall. You got to be able to convert, and I mean convert them in the touchdowns. We don't want to try field goals. You got to convert those things to touchdowns. Want to limit the turnovers. Obviously, that's the easiest way to lose football games, turn the ball over. And then lastly, it's still 80-plus degrees out in these early season football games. You want to make sure you're staying hydrated, and you really have to do that. Can't just start today. You got to start that a couple days before the game, making sure you're taking care of your body so you don't go down with cramps, have to miss plays, key times in the game. You want to be able to stay on the football field in these kind of games.
There is a young athlete on the Frankfort side. Just like this particular player specializes in his craft, so do the professionals at Tornado Roofing. It's our player to watch. For more info, visit tornadoroof.com. And it's a 5'8" senior team leader, team captain, Rolando Castillo.
Yeah, Lalo is an impressive player. Really liked him in my looks at him last year. Just kind of an energizer, but he does everything. He can run it, he can catch it, he can throw it if they need him to. And then when you see him on defense, he is always around the football. So I really enjoy watching him play. He's a little guy that's not afraid to hit and stick his nose in there. So can't wait to watch him tonight.
Always want to thank our referees and umpires during these things. Go to ihsaa.org. If you like what you see, if you want to become involved in the sports, we can't do these games and these athletes can't play these games without these individuals. Want to thank Max Bales, Brandon Boot, Greg Caldwell, Jacob Griffin, and Jave Giddens. Sponsored by Fiberhawk. Fast, affordable Fiberhawk. And there come the Hot Dogs in there. They're going all blue. They look like the Smurfs running out there today. No pun intended. I'm not saying it's a small team, but they got those all blue jerseys. Look sharp. And then the Southmont Monties will be out in 1 second. So, Chris, let's boil it down. I mean, we're looking right in front of us here. That's your roster. And you had mentioned one of the keys to victory is hydration. You don't have a lot of backups. A lot of these kids are playing two ways in this ball game. It's going to get rough. It's going to get tough. These kids are 16, 17, 18 years old, but nonetheless, they got to keep the water inside their body because, as you can see, that camera shot, that's your roster.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the water, the people the managers handling the water bottles and things like that, and the trainers keeping these kids hydrated. Because again, the one thing I noticed right away when both teams were out warming up, Southmont's got some really big bodies, okay? So those big bodies going to be leaning on you all night, and that's not fun when it comes time to third and fourth quarter. So, yeah, you're going to have to stay hydrated, keep yourself healthy to stay on the football field.
It's funny with Southmont because sitting at 1-2, You have Desson Hannum, who's been the head coach for he's now in his 18th year, which is extremely impressive. An 84-103 overall record, and 1-2, 8-6 last year, but semi-state participants. At sometimes you just turn it on at the right time, and they were able to get semi-state last year, although they dropped 37-7 to North Posey. You can't really take the record during the regular season because once you get to sectionals, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, it tells you that they play a pretty good schedule, right, during the regular season. So they're playing some tough teams. And even if you're losing those games, you're becoming battle-tested, right? And the only thing that matters in the end, just get to that postseason, right? You want to get to the postseason. Everyone gets there. It gives you a chance to win the prize, and that's what they've been able to do.
And we go to the other side. James Byers, now in his 7th year here for the Hot Dogs, 9-53 record. But, Chris, you and I met with Coach Byers last year. And at basically the same point, the same outcomes, everything like else. However, this year it seemed that there'd be more confidence and that this team, rather than last year playing not to lose, they're going out there playing to win.
Yeah, different mindset when you get guys like Dennis Barkley and Lalo Castillo, another year of experience, that you're going to get that mindset. But I really want to see this Frankfort team last year. I mean, even in the couple series I saw a couple weeks ago, I think I saw improvement because, you and I did games here last year, and they really struggled with just the quarterback-center exchange at times, right? They couldn't get the snap off, and that really affected everything they tried to do. So I really want to see them continue to improve in those areas. And you have some athletes, again, with Barkley and Castillo. Get them the ball whenever you can, and let's see what they can do.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the opening kickoff. You're watching Frankfort Hot Dogs football on Hot Dog TV Network.
At Tornado Roofing, we provide a complete range of services defined by quality, innovation, and expertise. We offer free estimates, have financing available, and handle insurance claims. Tornado Roofing is more than a name. It's a family-owned and operated business known for its committed customer service and expectation of going beyond our clients' needs. Our work is backed by a customer satisfaction guarantee to provide you with peace of mind. For more information, visit tornadoroof.com or call 670-6440. At Tornado Roofing, we believe in putting a strong roof over your head.
Welcome to the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. From the moment you arrive on the property, you'll notice every detail is finely crafted to provide you with the dream wedding you've always dreamt about. From carriage and trolley rides to breathtaking aerial views via our hot air balloon, the Willow Creek Barn offers unforgettable moments that will last you a lifetime. For more information about our packages and availability, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
Frankfort Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
At Day and Gannett Funeral Home, we know the importance of family. Being a family-owned funeral home, we pride ourselves in giving the care and love to you and your loved one as if you were part of our own family. With a compassionate staff that takes pride in fulfilling all the details to celebrate the life of your loved one in a unique and special way, you can be sure that your services will be meaningful and memorable. When you suffer loss in your family, let our family take care of your family. Day and Gannett Funeral Home, putting family first.
running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. FiberHawk partners with local companies by providing business-class internet, phone, TV, and customized bundles to meet your needs. Our fiber-powered system delivers reliable speed with enhanced security. Running a business is tough. Contact FiberHawk today and let our expert team give you a hand.
The captains have met at midfield, and the referees, the coin toss has been had, and we're about to get some football action here on Friday night in Frankfort, Indiana.
Beautiful night, that's for sure.
Yeah, the temperature a little muggy. I don't know, it's going to be probably around 85 degrees at kickoff. Mounties won the toss and will decide to kick. Now, I know we watch a lot of NFL and everything, and there's new kickoff rules that does not squeal down into the high school ranks, so that they will kick this off.
Not yet.
Mounties in the white uniforms with the red numbers and black trim, and Frankfort uniforms and the white numbers with the middle blue trim. Tyler Petrosky will do the honors for the Mounties.
Is that Lalo back deep, I
It
believe?
is number 3, our player to watch, Lalo Castillo. Back deep for the Hot Dogs. Petrosky lines it up, and we are underway. Line drive kick at the 20, mishandled. He's got to pick it up now at the 20. Goes straight up the middle, and just a gaggle of swarm of Mounties about the 30-yard line.
Not bad starting field position, though.
Marks 7 o'clock as a kickoff, and the junior, number 21, Dennis Barkley, will lead this troop out for the first drive of the series. 5'10", 170, team captain. Coach James Byers gave Barkley one heck of a compliment, calls him Brett Favre-like.
Wow.
There's a handoff, Castillo to the right side, and pushes his way forward for about a 2-yard, 3-yard gain. He's 2nd and 7.
A little better gainer than I thought he had. It looked like he ran right into a brick wall, but he was able to churn out a few more yards than I thought.
Barkley under center.
Twins here to the left.
And it's pitched to Castillo near side. Trying to find a hole, cuts through, gets
job.
a good block on the outside from his receiver, and dives forward to the 46. That's good for a Hot Dogs first down.
It's a good job there, man. I tell you what, you put James Wood back there as that fullback, then you motion him kind of in the tight end slot there. I mean, he provides some key blocks, and you had the 2 receivers out here. Really good job. Good play call by Coach Byers.
So placed it at the 45. 1st and 10, opening drive of the evening. Now Castillo with a Wildcat direct snap, and he had it. He ran into. Amazed he got 1 yard on that. He ran right into everybody and had to redirect himself, and maybe no gain on the play. Maybe we'll see where they mark it. I'll give him a yard.
Yep.
Which looked like it was going to be a loss. Castillo over to bounce it back to the outside and get at least 1 yard. 2nd and 9. Woods to the right side. And Barkley looks like he's going to take it himself. And he thought about it, and he did. He actually did pitch that.
Yep, sold option
5 yards down the field. He did pitch it to Castillo. Give him an extra 2 yards on that.
Nice play there, running that option to the wide side of the field. Give Barkley and Castillo some room to operate. You can actually come back with that same play to this side, to our side of the field. Probably get a similar gain.
Brings up a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Yes, it does.
Now Castillo in motion, right up the gut. And that was Jackson Woods just couldn't get anything going. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough call there. I mean, to go right up the middle, that third down with that distance.
They gave him a yard, and James Byers is going to keep the offense out there.
Probably fourth and what would you say, a long 2.5 almost probably. I'm going to try to do something to get Lalo Castillo running to this side of the field.
It's hand off to Castillo, right side. Did he get through the hole?
I don't know.
They're pushing and shoving.
Yep, looks like he got it.
Yep, the rugby scrum may have got him the first down. It looks like it did. So just power football from the Hot Dogs and give them another first down.
Good job by the Hot Dog line there, really pushing Southmont down the field right now. Really impressed because I talked about earlier in our pregame show that I was kind of impressed with the size difference between the two teams, but Frankfort is saying we can be small, but we're quicker, and we're going to be to push these guys over the yard.
Now Woods by himself, Castillo in motion. And allowed with a flat thrown behind him, has to make a move, cuts back to the inside, and taken down at the 45. Let's get the starters for the Hot Dogs, brought to you by Ardente Dental. Healthy smiles start here. On offense, it's Madeira, Matthews, Hopkins, Chuka, and Taylor on the line in the backfield. Logan Light, Jackson Woods, and Lilo Castillo. On edges, it's Darren Barkley and Dakota Fisher. And at QB, the junior, number 21, Dennis Barkley.
Last play really defended well by the Mounties there.
Second and 10, no gain. Now a pitch to Castillo. He's got to get to the outside. He does. Has some room. Cuts up the middle.
Wow.
Keeps going, and he's going to get about 12, 13 yards on the carry. And Castillo just running hard and fast. That's good for another Hot Dogs first down.
Yeah, he just kind of glides. Doesn't look like he's got it in full gear, but he's covering a lot of ground. And then when he needs to, he'll hit that cut, and then he'll bust it up into full gear.
After this play, we'll get the Mounties starting defense. Right now they're on their heels with the Hot Dogs pressing forward. Woods and Castillo in the backfield, Barkley under center. Now a pitch. And going to have a penalty on the play.
Got to limit those turnovers, guys. You got a good drive going.
That'll be a false start on the Hot Dogs. Let's hit the defense for the Mounties. Again, brought to you by Ardente Dental. Healthy smiles start here. Luke Hayes, Cal Dalton, and John Smaltz in the 3-4. Tolliver, Howell, Kiger, and Shirk as the linebackers. Snook and Hall on the corners. And McMasters and Chad deep for the Mounties.
Now Frankfort gets behind the sticks. This is normally when they struggle a little bit. Let's see if they're able to overcome that penalty.
Play action.
Oh, you got a guy.
Rolls out. He's wide open. He's got big Jackson Woods on the near side. Cuts forward. And you could have timed that run with a calendar, but he got where he needed to go.
John, I tell you what, Barkley had two guys wide open because he had his receiver, number 11, Darren Barkley, wide open down the field. If he throws it to him right away, that's a touchdown. But that's a play. If you're the guys, the coaches up top, you're telling Coach Byers, hey, we got to come back to that at some point in this game.
Great play action from the Hot Dogs there, and Barkley able to get Woods in the flat for the 11-yard gain. Now it brings up a much more better 2nd and 1.
Love this drive by the Hot Dogs here.
Control the football. Pitch out to Castillo. Cuts
Look
inside.
At Woods with the block,
gets some speed outside. Cuts it up the middle. Still on his feet, and then finally taken down. Looks like that was Dylan Howell, who finally was able to trip up Castillo, but not before yet another Hot Dogs first down. Impressive first drive here, Chris.
Super impressive, and I'm telling you what, man, I'm going to run the ball behind Jackson Woods. Wherever he's going to go, I'm running behind him because he's been impressive with his blocking so far early in this game.
So 1st and 10 inside the red zone at the 14.
See if they can convert it to a touchdown.
What a momentum lift it would be for these Hot Dogs to score on the opening drive.
Yes, it would. I know where I'm running.
And a little miss. They tried to misdirection, and Mounties didn't buy it.
Yeah, I just don't know if you need to get cute right now with the misdirection, man. You're just really pushing them all over the place, running straight at them. Just keep going. I mean, blast, run a lead, or whatever you want to do, but just run right up the middle or right through them there. Don't try to misdirect or do anything like that.
John Smaltz, number 55, 5'10", 250, just clogged up that lane, and Castillo had nowhere to go.
It's going to be hard for me to not think of John Smoltz if we're going to be saying that
That's
name
what I put
all
on
day.
my spotting board when I was making my thing. I had to do a double take.
The Hall of Fame pitcher.
Barkley.
Get upfield.
Castillo has to make a move.
Good tackle. Great tackle there by number 3. And that is, if I can find him on here, don't know who that is. This is Colin Hall out there. Really nice tackle by Colin Hall. Grabs the legs, won't let go, waits for help. Now you get a 3rd and 13 for Frankfort. Again, we talked about this in the pregame show. John, converting when you get in the red zone. You have to.
And they got there, but now they're moving backwards. We're on the 14, and now 3rd and 13 at the 17. Woods and Castillo in the backfield. Barkley under center.
Oh.
And
timeout.
Coach James Byers wants to talk it over.
It's better than a penalty.
We'll take a timeout, too. You're watching Frankfort Hot Dog Football on Hot Dog TV, presented by the ISC Sports Network.
For the barn wedding of your dreams, you need to experience our country estate, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. Schedule your tour today at thewillowcreekbarn.com. Voted the Knot Best of Weddings for 3 years straight.
So the Mounties over on their sideline. 3rd and 13 coming up for the Hot Dogs. Tonight's game brought to you by Frankfort Eagles, number 976. Serving the community since 1905 with over 900 members locally. Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, visit f.o.e.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfort.
John, I'm guessing this is still probably 4-down territory. I don't think they really try to kick many field goals, so do what you can and get this ball close to that goal line. At least make Southmont go a long distance.
The idea here for the Hot Dogs, try to at least get half back, make it more manageable. I think anything 3rd and long is going to put Coach James Byers and his Hot Dogs in a precarious position. We're talking something over.
Thought he was kind of giving the signal to restart the play clock.
Okay, so the clock was running, so they just added some time to it. Exactly 4 minutes, and something that you got to be impressed with, Chris, on the drive is the time consumption.
No kidding.
That the Hot Dogs have. You can keep the Mounties offense off the field. They can't hurt you, but you got to limit the mistakes. Now here's a pitch to Castillo. Can he get to the outside?
Oh.
Tries to turn it around. Now he's just trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. He may have maybe lost a yard. We'll see where they spot it, but that play disrupted on the edges. Luke Hayes over there to disrupt that one. Now it brings up a 4th and 13. And a decision to be made.
Offense is still on the field here.
And a big chunk play to Woods. That was their longest play from scrimmage so far.
High formation. Wow.
See what they do here. Logan Light to the right side. And play action. Barkley to our side. Little toss. Throws it up and into the end zone. No good. So a turnover on downs. Mounties defense holds up, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Southmont.
John, and again, I've said it a couple times already on our broadcast. Something we discussed in the pregame show. Have to be able to convert in the red zone. I mean, you drove all the way down the field, and you get a little sloppy when you get close to the end zone, and that comes back to hurt you.
Let's have a look at the Mounties offense. Again, presented by Ardente Dental. Healthy smiles start here across that front 5. Walls, Rhodes, Davis, Bradley, and Bouchon. And then the running backs, Howell, Chad, and Stadler. The receivers, McMasters and Ian Snook. And then at quarterback, number 12, Heath Tolliver. Tolliver, a big kid.
Yes, he is.
But
6'4".
they will run. He takes it straight up the middle.
Whoa.
Gets to the outside. He's got some speed on him. Puts his head down. He's
Whoa.
still on his feet. Gets to midfield. And then stepped out of bounds around the, let's see where they spot it.
Tolliver's listed at 6'4", 210. It's a big boy.
And they mark it. Well, he stepped out a lot earlier than everybody anticipated. Still a first down at the 36. But you're right, just a junior, 6'4", 210. He's going to take it again and broke a tackle. Logan Light was in there to disrupt it. But Tolliver at 6'4", able to get away from the tackle and nudge his way ahead for about 5 on the carry. They'll give him 6.
2 plays so far, 2 quarterback runs.
Well, and I think that's what you're going to see through this one, Chris, is that he's thrown the ball 21 times.
Cam Newton style. Good Lord. It's a big boy.
Have only 10 completions on the year.
There's no surprise in what they want to do. No secrets, I should say, to what they want to do.
They're going to throw Tolliver at you and then Stadler with Cale Chad getting a few carries along the way. And they pass it and cuts up the middle. Good enough for a first down. And that's something that the Hot Dogs defense is going to have to look wary of, Chris, because they're not going to throw the football, but when they do, you have to be ready for it.
Yeah, it's not going to throw it a whole lot, but you do have to be ready for it because they'll kind of lull you to sleep with the run, and right when you kind of start napping, they're going to go over the top of you.
So now, Tolliver under center. And we're going to have a penalty on the play. Somebody moved. Just which side?
Oh, defense.
So we have a stop. We'll go over to Hot Dogs defense and their starters. Again, brought to you by Ardente Dental. Healthy smiles start here. That front four, Martinez and Daniel Martinez, Jackson Woods, Dominic Hoskins, and Benny Chuka and Logan Light. Linebacker Blaine Varner. Strong safety Orlando Castillo. The corners Darren Barkley and Dakota Fisher. And the free safety playing in that center field position, Quincy Allen. I had to throw a baseball reference in there for you, Chris.
Dakota. I like that.
Tolliver under center. And there's a pass to the outside, and it's dropped. Intended for Colin Hall. Didn't grab it.
Defended there by Dakota Fisher. That's the one there where I think if you're Dakota Fisher, man, you can break on that ball and step in front, pick that one off, get yourself a pick 6. But nonetheless, very good defensive play there. Now you got about a 2nd and 6, I would say.
That would have been Hall's first catch of the season had he made it. Going to be 2nd and 5 from the 47. Handoff straight up the middle.
Oh.
And he's got some room to run. If he breaks a tackle, he doesn't. But Avery Stadler, just like he's done all year, passes the 400-yard rushing mark on the season. And he also gets the Mounties first down.
And Stadler gets through that hole pretty quickly. He's looking to do damage right away.
As you mentioned, the amount of points that the Mounties have put on the board, and Avery Stadler has put 8 across the 6-point strike.
8 TDs, huh? He's going to work.
So just under a minute here. 1st and 10 from the Hot Dogs 29. In this direction,
nice.
A counter play, and that was Cale Chad. We mentioned it's going to be pretty much a 3-headed monster between Tolliver, Stadler, and Chad.
That was defended pretty well there. Couldn't quite see who made the tackle, but really good defensive play by the Hot Dogs.
And about 2 seconds separate play clock from game clock. See if the Mounties want to get off a play here before the end of the first quarter.
I think they are.
Which I sneezed, and it was the end of the quarter. I've been do some reading in the second one. And they will not run the play. And that's the horn.
Wow.
So after a very fast first quarter and a long drive by Frankfort, we're scoreless. We'll come back with the second. You're watching Frankfort Hot Dog Football on Hot Dog TV, presented by the ISC Sports Network.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Frankfort Eagles 976 has bingo every Wednesday night. Early birds beginning at 6 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 7 p.m. Packets are $25 and includes every game you need to play. They also have Saturday bingo the first Saturday of every month, with early birds starting at 4 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 5 p.m. Big game payouts each game with 3 to 4 chances to win different jackpot games each day. Great for individuals or groups because everyone enjoys winning lots of money. You must be 18 years or older to play.
Tonight's game brought to you by Dangenda Funeral Home, where they believe in putting family first. As active members of the community, they know that when dealing with the loss, seeing a familiar face and being treated like family is important. Dangenda Funeral Home will serve your family in a unique and loving way and provide the care you need. For more information about the services Dangenda Funeral Home offers, please visit dangenda.com. We switch fields, and it's a handoff to
Stadler. Good tackle, good job. Lalo
Stadler
stayed
got to
low.
the line, but that was a great tackle from Castillo to meet Stadler one-on-one. And
I think Lalo's screaming over to his sideline. I think they had 10 guys on the field on that play. So we need one more guy out here.
if you need quality work from a qualified roofer, we're the company to call. We've helped countless clients keep their property protected while saving time and money. We know we can do the same for you. We offer free estimates, financing, and even handle insurance claims. Give us a call at 765-670-6440 or visit tornadoroof.com for more information. Tolliver pitch out. That's Chad. He's got some room. He's trying to get the inside, cuts it back to the 5, and then finally taken down at about the 3-yard line. Cale Chad just had a lot of real estate to go, had some blockers in front of him, and gets enough for first down. It'll be first and goal from the 3.
Cale's got some really good shiftiness there. Good run there. Just about got in the end zone.
Mounties knocking on the door here at the beginning of the second quarter, tied at 0s. Handoff, Stadler banging and pushing and give the young man 6, his 9th touchdown of the season. And that'll give the Mounties a 6-0 lead here early in the second quarter. Going to bring out Tyler Petrowski for the extra point. And they might be going for 2 here. It looks like Tolliver is heading back out on the field. And he is, so the Mounties going to go for 2. Trusting their defense if Frankfort gets a touchdown. If they don't get it. Stadler to Tolliver. Hand off to Stadler, untouched. To the left side, it'll be 8-0 here at the Mounties. Now available, FiberHawk Fiber Internet, super fast speeds, no more buffering, perfect for all sizes of business. FiberHawk offers every speed to meet your internet needs. For more on offerings and availability, go to fiberhawk.com or call 765-922-HAWK. Fast, affordable, FiberHawk. It's kind of, Chris, it's very interesting to watch what just happened during just not the touchdown, but that whole progress is that Frankfort puts together a fantastic drive in the first quarter, gets all the way down to the 14-yard line in the red zone, eats up a lot of clock. Southmont gets the ball, turn it around a few plays, touchdown, 8-0 already.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Byers, my takeaway is, and again, this is just my eyes. I don't get to see all the Frankfort games. I was able to call a couple last year, and now kind of my second time getting to see them this year. I think they're significantly more improved than they were last year, right? To see them driving the ball, I mean, I've seen them now have 3 drives in 2 games, and 2 of those, they've taken the ball all the way down the field. They just can't convert when they get close to the end zone, so they got to figure that part out. But part of that's concentration, right? You got to stay locked in the entire drive.
Nick LaRue handling kickoff duties. Another line drive end over end. Caught at the 30. And up the middle, kind of moving and shaking and making.
Wow.
A couple of spin moves here and there.
Yeah.
And good field position.
Start at the 30 first time. We're going to start at the 40 this time.
That's Dakota Fisher showing a little razzle-dazzle on the
Yes, he
kickoff
was.
return.
Yes, he was.
So for the second time, the Hot Dogs have good field position. And they'll line up on their own 40, 1st and 10.
Now you got to stay ahead of the sticks here. Can't have any penalties and just be fundamentally sound because they were driving the ball so nicely on that first drive. I would motion Big Woods over to this near side. Get him to block, and there we go. Give Lalo the ball coming this way. There it is. Get up in there.
Had to redirect himself. Now gets to the outside and got to about the 46-yard line. Had a shoelace tackle. I believe that was Colin Hall who got enough. Now it's Stadler who got enough of Castillo to drag him down. But good gain on first. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Yes, it was. That looked like he wasn't going to be able to get much at all, but Lalo turned it into something, that's for sure. Really good football player.
And Barkley now at the direct snap. He'll run to our side. He's got to get to the corner. There's a flag on the play. And pushed out of bounds at the 47.
It's going to have to be a block in the back or something.
Have a hold.
Hold. That stinks.
And they're going to talk it over.
Actually, he is blocking the back. Call.
He is blocking the back, so they're going to move this one back. They do a spot of the foul, or we'll figure it out. In the interim, Solomon Hall lost his cap on that one. So they'll march it back.
Man, that's a
Chris,
big
you
loss.
had just mentioned it.
Yeah.
The movement.
10 yards back from the spot of the foul, man. That pushes you back before we even had the ball to start the drive.
The momentum.
Yeah.
Which was 2nd and a manageable 4, now 2nd and long at 14 on their own 36.
And you're just, when you're not a big passing team, it becomes very difficult to make up for that.
Castillo will run to the left side, breaks a tackle, gets through the hole, and then the Mounties will wrap him up. Jack Bouchon came to stop Castillo on that one. Short gain, 3rd and 10.
I think now it's that time I would try to go back to that pass play where I had Jackson Woods kind of shorter depth than you had Darren Barkley deeper and let him pick his choice. If you have a safety jump up, you go deep. If he stays back, you hit Woods and let him do some damage.
This game presented by Sandra Myers Law, dedicated to providing top-notch legal services to clients in Tippecanoe County and surrounding areas. Call 838-8700 to schedule a free consultation today. Now they try, and now Castillo has it. If he breaks a tackle, he can get to the outside.
Wow.
He does get the first down and able to get to about the 45, well, let's say the 44. I'm wrong on every account. Give him the 49, but nonetheless, first down on a long 3rd and 14. Great play by the Hot Dogs there.
I'm trying to see that number 3, or that's Colin Hall, did an outstanding job of beating his block. He just then missed the tackle. I mean, he did a tremendous job of fighting off that block. That's the first step, but then he got to capitalize and make the tackle there.
So now on the other side of the field, and off to Castillo, near side, good open field tackle.
Tremendous tackle. That's Number 14. That is Dylan Howell.
Dylan Howell, the 6-foot senior.
Nice tackle.
Yeah, he's applied some pressure. Does have a sack this season of the total of 5 that the Mounties come into this one with. Just give him a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It's a big second down here. Got to get at least 5. You'd like to, right?
Woods and Castillo in the backfield. And up Castillo straight up the middle. Got through it.
Yeah.
And we'll see if his forward momentum may have got to the 45.
Just short, I think. It'll be about a 3rd and 6 here.
I'll give it to him just shy of the 45. So 3rd and a long 6.
Stay disciplined here. Get your snap off. No motions.
Woods and Barkley in the backfield. Castillo split right. Now Barkley going to throw. Has to throw. And that ball must have been tipped at the line of scrimmage. It looks like Dylan Howell got a paw on it.
That was covered really well there. They try to get Lalo on kind of a fade. He ran a fade from the inside position in the slot. But that was really covered well by number 23, the safety, Kale Chad. Right there, step for step with Lalo.
I'm going to try the same formation again. Fisher and Castillo towards us. Woods and Barkley in the backfield. Low snap. Barkley collects it. Now fires over the middle. There's Fisher had it in his hands and dropped it.
That was a first down, John.
And there was real estate ahead of him. He had a step. Barkley put it in the only place he could, right in a breadbasket. And Fisher couldn't complete the catch. He'll turn it around. Be 1st and 10, Southmont.
Now if you're Dakota Fisher, you got to wipe it out, get back on defense, and make a play. Make a play here on defense. Get it back for your team.
This game brought to you by Healthy Communities of Clinton County. The coalition is committed to reducing the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging policy, system, and environmental changes. The vision of Healthy Communities is to make the healthy choice the easy choice. For more information, visit healthyclintoncounty.org. Along with Chris Walker, I'm John Natali on the Hot Dog TV Network. On a very pleasant Friday evening.
Yes, it is.
There's a pass over the middle. That ball was dropped
and look
right through the hands of Castillo.
And Dakota Fisher's right there as well, man. That's your opportunity to get that football back and take it the other way. That was an absolute bullet thrown by Tolliver, though.
Jackson Roby saw that ball, and it was John Elway-ish coming out of the jugs machine with that rifle. So you can see that Tolliver does have the big arm. But right now, the threat has been the legs of both Stadler, Tolliver, and Kale Chad.
Expect to see it right now.
And here's a sweep to Chad.
Oh,
cuts it
block.
Inside. Good move. Now he gets can he break a seam? He does with speed to the 20, to the 10. And dragged down.
Oh,
they're going to call a horse collar on that tackle.
Okay, so let's talk about that. That's Daniel Martinez Mendoza. Yes, it is a horse collar tackle, but I tell you what, give that kid all the credit in the world. That is a lineman that ran down a back. He was moving. That was super impressive right there. I know it's going to be a penalty, but good thing is it's not going to be much yardage. It's not going to hurt him yardage-wise.
It's literally a 6-inch penalty.
Right.
Which you're right. And it is a dangerous play.
It is.
You want to be very, very careful. But the fact that Martinez tracked Chad down, who seemed that he had nothing but pay dirt in front of him.
And I'm telling you, if I'm in a film session tomorrow, and I'm the coaching staff, defensive coaching staff, I'm giving all kind of praise of Mendoza Martinez there because, yeah, you end up as a player, you're trying to get the runner down. You're not trying to hurt him or anything. I know you're not supposed to do that, but, man, that was a heck of a play defensively.
This goes directly back to what Coach James Byers said about this team doesn't come out trying not to lose. They're not playing to win, and that is one heck of a play by Martinez.
Big time.
He never really praised a penalty, but nonetheless, straight up the middle, Stadler. That's his 10th touchdown of the season. And they'll give a 14-0 advantage to the Mounties. They'll keep the offense out there again. At least Tolliver is halfway in between distance. So Gunnar Shirk came in off the sideline. Stadler in the backfield. Snook splits wide to the right. And Tolliver under center.
Oh, nice
and
play.
Good redirection.
Oh,
and
he didn't get in. No, he did not.
What a play by Lilo Castillo. That was one heck of a play from the senior captain.
The problem with Lalo is now you would love to be able to get him a quick break, quick breather, but he's going to go right back out there on kickoff return or kick return, right? He's got to be back there to run this kickoff back. So that poor kid, man, he is just a workhorse.
Willow Creek Barn, attention all engaged couples. Discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's best of weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside Frankfort, Indiana, our venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities. Conveniently located near Lebanon, Lafayette, Zionsville, Noblesville, Carmel, and Indianapolis, we provide the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. Visit thewillowcreekbarn.com for more details and to start planning your unforgettable day. Maybe that's a momentum shifter, Chris. Again, you had the drop pass from Dakota Fisher, which was an easy first down. He had real estate ahead, and that could have changed the whole complexion of this game.
Yes.
But the stop by Castillo, it's still a two-score game, so not. It's hard to praise a 14-0 lead. However, the Hot Dogs are playing much better football than what we saw at this point last year.
No question, no question. I mean, a couple plays the other way, they could be right back in this thing. And so, yeah, I'm actually impressed at the improvements they've made.
Let's see. Castillo went right to the 5-hole. Now he's got to field it at his own 5. Has to make some moves now. Goes to work. Made a good juke step.
He may get a penalty out of this, though.
There's a penalty on the play around the 17 after the gaggle swarm brought Castillo down. But you're right. We may have a penalty going in favor of the Hot Dogs. We'll see what the call is.
Oh, nope. Block in the back.
That's a second one on Frankfort. So it's going to push them back on what seemed disastrous right from the get-go.
Yeah, you start yourself off in a tough position.
Well, you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot, but it is Friday the 13th, so there is case for that.
If you're Frankfort, this drive here, if anything, you want to really bleed this clock. You know, do whatever you can to keep this ball for a while. Give your defense a break. Keep that offense on the field for a while here. Should be your goal is to at least be on the field for 4 minutes if you're the offense here.
We got 93 yards to go and pin back deep in their own end zone. Just the 7-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, down 14-0. Just under 7 minutes left here in the first half. Play action. Barkley rolls out. Has Woods there. Now Woods has to run. Puts his head down.
It's a good play.
Over Colin Hall. Colin Hall had to make a business decision with Woods coming at him.
And he made the right one. I'm going to go for the ankles. That's what he did.
He went down, upended big number 24, but not before a Hot Dogs first down.
I don't blame him one bit. Colin, you're a smart man.
I'm not kidding. That kid probably runs a 40 time with a sundial, but he's got good hands. He's got soft hands. Good hands, gets to the outside. Heck of a blocker. Jackson Woods, heck of a ball player, number 24.
Yes, he is.
Now to Castillo, outside. Has some room. Key block right there. Good
Great
block.
Job. Great job. You know, I got to be careful as an analyst here. I almost feel like I'm cheering for Frankfort, and I don't want to do that, right?
It is Hot Dog TV.
But I'm really encouraged after what I saw from them last year, right? To see them, I mean, they're moving the ball much more productively this year, and that is really good to see.
And just like right there, Chris, I mean, you mentioned just what we saw last year. Quincy Allen on the seam, getting that block, having Castillo get 2-3 more yards because he clogged up that cornerback. So good blocking from Quincy Allen, something we did not see last year. Direct snap to Castillo.
That's right.
Fumbled it, able to go forward, and we'll have a penalty on the far side of the field.
That's just the situation where you can be fooled by the wins, the record, right? When you see a lot of losses, you think, man, they're not being coached up very well. But I'll tell you what, I know Frankfort is not winning a lot of football games, but I'm telling you right now, based on what my eyes are telling me, they are being coached very well right now.
Hold on the offense. So they'll move this one back 10. This game brought to you by the Farmers Bank. At the Farmers Bank, we like helping everyone grow. From business owners running multi-million-dollar companies to first-timers just opening a savings account. We draw on over 140 years of history to honor the principles of personnel connection and individual attention that have been there since our founding in 1876. And that's why you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Huh.
It's invested in lawn mowing simulator for the PlayStation 5 as all these kids are playing Call of Duty and NBA 2K5. I'm mowing lawns. So I appreciate the farmer lifestyle. Barkley under center. Castillo in the backfield. It's a pitch to him. Got met in the backfield immediately, able to cut up field and get a few yards out of that. Taken down by Luke Hayes. Big kid, 6'3", 225.
Yeah, they get some good-sized kids.
Mounties coming off a 28-22 double overtime loss to North Montgomery last week.
Ooh. So battle there. A little rivalry.
Sure, that was a heck of a ball game.
Yeah.
Not just based on the score, but double overtime.
Right.
A lot of bumping and bruising in that one.
Yes, sir.
Here's Barkley. Into that.
Turn it up.
Logan
turn it
Light.
Up.
And he'll get to about the 29. They'll mark him at the 30. So Logan Light with soft hands. And that'll get back to about the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard short. So call it 3rd and 10 from the 30. It's hard. You don't have many plays in the play with 3rd and 10, but this is a very, very crucial 3rd down for the Hot Dogs because I'm going to guess, Chris, it's 4-down territory. So you want to get a good chunk of yards here and not have to gain it all on 4th.
Oh, no.
That'll be Quincy Allen to our side.
That is what you can't afford.
That's about the 3rd time we've seen that. As the momentum is going for the Hot Dogs, the penalty negates it, and they're going back the other way. This game presented by the ISC Sports Network. They have partnered with Hot Dog TV to be the go-to place for live hot dog athletics. Catch your hot dogs all season long on the ISC Sports Network app, social media platforms like X, Twitch, and YouTube to see events produced by Frankfort students in cooperation with ISC. The ISC Sports Network, local, lives here. Broadcast partner Chris Walker, myself, John Natale, both parts of the ISC Sports Network. And it's a pleasure to be out here in Frankfort to be on Hot Dog TV on a very pleasant Friday night. Scores deceiving, folks, 14-0. We've got ourselves a good football game.
Wow, they waved the flag off. That's...
Well...
Was it maybe a timeout was called before?
Well, whatever it is, it's 4:04 left on the clock, 3rd and 10, and ball on the 30. Deja vu.
Yeah.
We'll do this again. Not sure what that was about. And we were watching pretty intently. And we'll do it again at 3rd and 10. Castillo, motion. Barkley looking his way. Soft pass over the middle. Nobody home. That was just kind of thrown into an area. And the closest player was Colin Hall.
Yeah. Closest 3 players were not the players he wanted to throw the ball to.
Well, with 3 players right there, that was the best place you could have thrown it because no one got a hand on it,
Correct.
fortunately, to go the other way. So looks like deep, about the 30 is that Logan Light will come out, punt this one away.
Can't tell if that's Kale Chad deep. Can't. Yes, it is.
Cale Chad has had a good night so far.
He has.
Does it both on defense.
He
got a few good runs, had that great catch.
He's got some swag about him, too. He's got the one leg, he's got the sleeves on, he's got the Jordan cleats on. He doesn't only play good, he looks good. He's got the towel out the backside. Look at that, man.
I didn't even see the shoes.
Oh, his shoes are slick, man. Tell you what, I'm so jealous of these kids nowadays, all the gear and equipment they have.
I had myself a pair of McGregor's when I was playing the sports. And there's a snap. Here comes the kick. Oh, it's off the side of his foot.
Oh, no.
And that's going to be about the 49-yard line as well. They'll mark it.
Man, oh, man.
So just a 19-yard punt from Logan Light. And it gives the Mounties good field position for their second drive, the second quarter.
Yeah. You know, it's one of those things you can't, obviously it's after the fact, but, man, you know you're going to get that kind of punt, you may as well go for it on fourth down.
And I wonder this, Chris, is that you and I have covered a lot of football games, a lot of high school, and I just wonder why the punting game always seems not to be right. And it's a conglomeration of punters, different people. You have a different punter every time. There's not much focus on the punting game, and it's so integral to the overall game of football.
Yes, it is.
So the Mounties will try it. Just into hot dog territory.
Oh, good fake.
Rolls out, and he's got some room.
Stadler.
That's Stadler. Gets to the outside, almost broke a tackle. Good open field play, though.
Lalo chopped him down.
And Lilo Castillo just having to work everywhere.
No kidding.
It seems that every blue jersey has number 3 on it because he is everywhere. But that's good enough for a first down. And you can see right there, I mean, that's a big defensive line that Frankfort has. They can apply pressure. The runs that Stadler's had in the middle have been clogged up.
Clock
the humidity and the heat is, you can see it breathing kind of heavy, but they got to go to work here with just above 3 minutes left here in the first half. Hollister rolls out, puts his head down. You don't see that often from a quarterback.
No.
And Met Castillo, one-on-one.
Wow.
And just a big collision.
Yes. They both get up, which is good.
At the 33-yard line. That's 6'4" going up against 5'8". And a weight differential of 50.
Wow. Now, if you are the Hot Dogs, you got to try to get some penetration on the defensive line here. You need to try to get some penetration here to get a loss on third down. Make it a really hard fourth down for these guys.
Handoff up the middle. Stadler got it.
Stadler right up the gut here.
And it'll be marked short. 3rd and 1. So the Mounties, Coach Hannon, probably going to use the clock here, Chris. Just try to get as much chuck yardage as possible. Keep the ball out of Frankfort's hands in this final 2 minutes. They'll break the huddle. Tolliver in the gun. Stadler to his right. 2 men on the right. In motion. Handoff, right side. Tries to cut it upfield. And took a little longer than anticipated. Darren Barkley. No, that's not Darren Barkley. Goodness gracious.
C.J. Nugent.
C.J. Nugent.
On the carry there.
But it is good for a first down. And approaching 1:20 here left in the clock.
Cale Chad coming this way.
Chad cuts it up the middle, breaks a tackle, dragging, and it just carried his way into the end zone. Dakota Fisher and Darren Barkley were there, but couldn't stop. Number 23, Cale Chad. And he has his 3rd touchdown of this young season.
He's a good football player.
And it's 20-0, and it looks like field goal unit. And who will be kicking this?
Looks like Nick LaRue here.
Nick LaRue, the place kicker. Snap is down, kick is up.
Is it good? Yep.
And they'll get it. So they get the point back. It's a 3-touchdown lead for the Mounties with 1:03 left here in the first half. John Natale alongside Chris Walker on Hot Dog TV, our fantastic crew. As mentioned, student run, put together quality broadcasts, multiple sports, run by great administrators. They have a great team ahead of them. And, Chris, always something that I like to see when you come to a school like this, and you know about it. We've done work with Hot Dog TV before, and Richard and the crew, and to have those opportunities for kids who don't have the talent to get out there on the field, to play basketball, football, whatever sport it may be, but to still be in the atmosphere, and broadcasting is a wonderful place to do that, and it's great that Frankfort offers that.
I am so jealous of those opportunities. My high school went to Catholic high school, and we didn't have these kind of opportunities, man. I would have loved to have been able to do something like this. It would have really changed the direction of what I wanted to do in life, that is for sure.
So much credit to the staff at Frankfort and Hot Dog TV. They've got themselves a setup, too. No expense spared.
Yeah, we got the new press box here, huh?
We do.
New digs. Pretty nice situation.
Unfortunate situation. The last time we were here, you may have read about that. I won't really go over it, but.
Do we know what happened? What started that?
LaRue. And Barkley just lets that bounce. He's got to pick it
up.
3. Now Barkley's got to move. Went to the middle, breaks a tackle, and then he's taken down at the 15-yard line. Barkley was really hesitant all the way on that return. And slowly getting up.
Yeah, that's number 2, Gunnar Shirk. Gunnar at first was waving someone to come out and get him. I think they said, no, we're not coming, so he got up and walked off.
Well, the Hot Dogs have 57 seconds to work. And it's not an offense. That's a quick strike, long play in the playbook, Chris.
No,
but you just want to maintain possession
exactly
here and see what you can get in a long field.
Exactly.
Barkley now looks the outside, gets it out to the edge, and Castillo was there, but so was Stadler.
You know what, John? I think at this point I'm going to run this ball and run the clock out. Make Southmont use some timeouts or something, because you just cannot afford to give them the ball back and give them another touchdown in this situation, or even a field goal. You just cannot let Southmont touch this ball again here.
You had a lot of pressure coming from the outside.
Yes.
So we'll line it up again. Clock stops. Just a tick over 58 seconds.
Oh, my God.
Barkley in
Empty
the gun.
backfield.
And 4 receiver set. Well, that's why we're not coaches. So Barkley throws it low to Castillo. Kind of got it off the ground, but able to get it.
Guess so.
And gets good yardage to about the 23-yard line. And Chris, a simple play like that, you saw where Castillo caught it. Had to go down, come back, just in the chest. Castillo has lots of room to run.
Right. Yep.
No fault to Barkley. Got the ball there, completion. 8-yard gain. Clock runs, about to hit 30 seconds. Here's Barkley, low snap. Look on our side, fires to the edge, and just out of the reach of Jackson Woods. And that'll stop the clock with 26 seconds left. Now you're in a position, 4th and 2. You don't want to give the Mounties the ball back this close if you don't make it, because I believe they still have a timeout.
Yeah, I'm getting the ball to Lalo Castillo behind James Wood. And you got to behind Jackson Wood. And you got to find a way to get this first down.
Because if they don't get it, the clock stops, and it'll at least give the Mounties a chance
to
put more points on the board.
Can't do it. Can't have that happen.
So you called it.
Lalo behind Jackson.
Castillo.
Oh, he's not going to get it.
I don't think he got it. I think he got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Oh, my goodness.
We'll see where they mark it.
Oh, my goodness. Oh,
and they didn't. It'll go the other way.
Goodness.
About 21 seconds left. Southmont now has a chance just outside of the red zone, about the 25-yard line. Well, they're going to place this.
This can be – this could really hurt here. I mean, this could really hurt.
The 25, 1st and 10. And they don't pass a lot, but this, with 3 receivers now, Stadler in the backfield, Tolliver can show off that big arm. Frankfort needs a stop. They cannot afford to give up any points heading into halftime, already down 21-0.
Nugent and Ian Snook to the near side here.
Chad, redirection. Tolliver rolls out, fires into the end zone, and just over the outstretched hands.
Just missed it. That's the one, if you're Heath Tolliver, you want to throw a little bit sooner to give your receiver a chance to work in that end zone. I should say work through the end zone.
That was C.J. Nugent, number 11. Just a little bit heavy, and that shows the experience of the offense, Chris, is that since they don't throw the ball a lot, I mean, the right play, had a step. Just couldn't get the completion into the back corner of the end zone. So 15 seconds left, 2nd and 10. Tolliver under center. He's going to try it again. He has him again. And this time over the head.
It's good coverage. Good job there.
There's Ian Snook. Tried to find some space in the middle.
Darren Barkley right there with the good coverage.
So now 3rd and 10. And Coach Hannum, I'm sure not afraid with only 11 seconds left to keep tossing the ball in the end zone.
Wouldn't be surprised, though, too. I mean, that Cale Chad on that counter has been a pretty good player. We're not going to do it now out of the shotgun formation.
Now Tolliver over the middle, and that is caught by Snook, but taken down.
Going to call a timeout.
By Barkley. And the Mounties will call a timeout.
This gives him the opportunity to throw the ball in the end zone here.
He could. I'm sure we saw the extra point. It did go through. Do you go for 3? Do you try one quick shot at the end zone and then go for 3? Or do you just take 2 to the end zone here?
So they put 6 seconds, and they get 6 seconds on the clock.
21-0, Southmont over Frankfort. Chris, something that Coach James Byers said to me during our call this week was a lot of the times what's happening on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is not translating into Friday. And so far in this game, I think you and I have seen some of that. We see some really good drives, some good running, some good hard-pressed football, but then a mistake comes into play, and then you find yourself down 21-0 heading into the half.
That's a little details. I mean, they're most certainly getting better. I definitely see some improvement. But again, like you said, it's the long drive and the penalty. You know, a couple good plays and a penalty, right? Got to be able to eliminate those things.
We'll see what the Mounties drew up here.
Got to find a way to keep them out of the end zone here.
It's 1st and goal at the 10. Tolliver in the set. Snap. Looks to his right, fires across the middle, and just a low ball.
It's actually a good thing that ball was dropped if you're a Southmont fan, because if that ball's caught, the half is over.
C.J. Nugent again. So Tolliver likes to look for Nugent. They just can't connect.
Yeah, if you're Tolliver now, you got to be schooled well enough in this situation. This ball has to be thrown in the end zone, right? You got to get in the end zone because you're just not going to have much time to do anything else.
Let's see, this probably will be the final play of the half. Tolliver lines up under Stadler. Stadler behind him. Chad in motion. Little rollout to Stadler and just overthrew him.
Still 1 second. 1 second.
So that leaves one more play. And it's just indicative of what this Mounties offense has done all year, is that they can ground and pound you on the running back. But the air game is just a little suspect. We're seeing that here in these last few plays. And he's got the size of a pocket passer. You can see over the line. Good weight. You can see he can use his legs when needed. Southmont wants to talk it over.
Again, the charge for Frankfort is still the same. Keep Southmont out of the end zone here. You know, going into halftime down 28-0 is a lot different than going in there 21-0. You just don't want to afford to do that. It just puts such a damper on the positive things you did in the first half.
Southmont will receive the ball in the second half. As much as I want to put points on the board, Frankfort desperate to keep them off of it with 1.2 left here in the first half. John Natale, Chris Walker on Hot Dog TV, presented by ISC Sports Network. And just a really, really nice Friday night.
Yes, it is.
For football.
Yes, it is.
One more left. Tolliver in the gun. Stadler to his left. 3 receivers set to the right, 1 to the left. And pass in the corner and out of the reach of Chad. So Chad came all the way across the field, went back to the edge corner. Falls incomplete. We'll head to halftime. 21-0 Southmont Monties over the Frankfort Hot Dogs. You're watching it on Hot Dog TV.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
At Tornado Roofing, we provide a complete range of services defined by quality, innovation, and expertise. We offer free estimates, have financing available, and handle insurance claims. Tornado Roofing is more than a name. It's a family-owned and operated business known for its committed customer service and expectation of going beyond our clients' needs. Our work is backed by a customer satisfaction guarantee to provide you with peace of mind. For more information, visit tornadoroof.com or call 670-6440. At Tornado Roofing, we believe in putting a strong roof over your head.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome to the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. From the moment you arrive on the property, you'll notice every detail is finely crafted to provide you with the dream wedding you've always dreamt about. From carriage and trolley rides to breathtaking aerial views via our hot air balloon, the Willow Creek Barn offers unforgettable moments that will last you a lifetime. For more information about our packages and availability, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
Frankfort Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845. At Day and Gannett Funeral Home, we know the importance of family. Being a family-owned funeral home, we pride ourselves in giving the care and love to you and your loved one as if you were part of our own family. With a compassionate staff that takes pride in fulfilling all the details to celebrate the life of your loved one in a unique and special way, you can be sure that your services will be meaningful and memorable. When you suffer loss in your family, let our family take care of your family. Day and Gannett Funeral Home, putting family first.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
Frankfort Eagles 976 has bingo every Wednesday night. Early birds beginning at 6 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 7 p.m. Packets are $25 and includes every game you need to play. They also have Saturday bingo the first Saturday of every month, with early birds starting at 4 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 5 p.m. Big game payouts each game with 3 to 4 chances to win different jackpot games each day. Great for individuals or groups because everyone enjoys winning lots of money. You must be 18 years or older to play.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
At Tornado Roofing, we provide a complete range of services defined by quality, innovation, and expertise. We offer free estimates, have financing available, and handle insurance claims. Tornado Roofing is more than a name. It's a family-owned and operated business known for its committed customer service and expectation of going beyond our clients' needs. Our work is backed by a customer satisfaction guarantee to provide you with peace of mind. For more information, visit tornadoroof.com or call 670-6440. At Tornado Roofing, we believe in putting a strong roof over your head.
Frankfort Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
Welcome to the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. From the moment you arrive on the property, you'll notice every detail is finely crafted to provide you with the dream wedding you've always dreamt about. From carriage and trolley rides to breathtaking aerial views via our hot air balloon, the Willow Creek Barn offers unforgettable moments that will last you a lifetime. For more information about our packages and availability, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
There's a band on the campus of Frankfort High School as we have Frankfort Hot Dogs hosting the Southmont Mounties. The Mounties up top 21-0. John Natale alongside Chris Walker here on Hot Dog TV on a gorgeous Friday night. It's our Day and Gannett Funeral Home halftime show, putting family first. And Chris, when you see 21-0, in most cases, you kind of know what's going on, that a team has controlled the momentum of the game the entire time, that there's no mistakes on one end, and everything is going one team's way. This game is not indicative of that. Even now, 3 touchdowns, we had mentioned it through the first half that we saw Frankfort, a very depleted, a very dismantled team last year, deflated after getting down real early and that lead starting to explode. These kids are coming out, they're playing hard. It's a limited roster, but James James Byers has done a wonderful job of getting these kids ready to play both sides of the football, and actually all 3 aspects with special teams added.
Yeah, I mean, start with the big-time effort play there by Daniel Martinez-Mendoza. Yes, there was a penalty at the end of that play, but I really love to see him as a defensive lineman run all the way down the field to make a tackle in that situation. The offense at times has looked really good. They've driven the ball down the field, but they will have some kind of penalty. They'll have some kind of mental lapse that is hurting their drive, affecting their drive. So they have to find a way to be able to complete and fully execute a drive. Because, I mean, they are doing a lot of good things. So I hate to see them not be rewarded by some of these good things they're doing. So hopefully they can figure that out at halftime.
Well, let's take a look at that, Chris. They're FiberHawk Fiber Fast Halftime Adjustments, brought to you by FiberHawk Fiber. What is it specifically? Well, actually, let's start on Southmont side. You're up 21-0. You could have gotten more, but we saw the inefficiencies of the passing game from Southmont. They've only, coming into this one, Tolliver had only thrown 21 passes. I think he has 1 or 2 completions, but short completions in this one. What do they need to do in order to really run away with this thing and see if they can get that running clock at 35?
Yeah, I mean, they have their weapons with Heath Tolliver, the big 6'4" quarterback, and then with Avery Stadler and Cale Chad, they have 2 really good running backs. I think they consider Stadler the fullback, but they just control the ball with their running game. They block well, and those guys can really run the ball. So, with them being up 21-0, you wouldn't expect them to be passing very much in the second half anyway. So I think this lead kind of plays right into what they want to do anyway.
Now let's get you into James Byers' head that you're down 21-0, and I think what you have to look at if you're the coaching staff and Frankfort, you have to look at that first drive because everything was going right, and then a penalty killed it, but you ate up a good 7-8 minutes on the clock.
So impressive.
And it was 0-0 going to the second quarter.
If I'm Coach Byers, I'm going to set smaller goals. I'm telling my team we have to find a way to get in the end zone the second half, right? And preferably sometime in this third quarter. Our first or second drive, we have to find a way to execute well enough to get the ball in the end zone. Let's see if we can do that. Start small, and then you just continue to build on that.
All the other teams in the Sagamore Conference playing tonight. This is a Sagamore Conference showdown. That Danville was hosting Hamilton Heights. Crawfordsville is out at North Putnam. North Montgomery is at Lebanon. And Western Boone, that's a good one at Tri-West. The 2 top leaders in the Sagamore Conference. This has been the Day and End Funeral Home halftime show, putting family first. I'm John Natale. That's Chris Walker. We're on Hot Dog TV. We'll come back with more highlights here on Hot Dog TV.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
At Day and Gannett Funeral Home, we know the importance of family. Being a family-owned funeral home, we pride ourselves in giving the care and love to you and your loved one as if you were part of our own family. With a compassionate staff that takes pride in fulfilling all the details to celebrate the life of your loved one in a unique and special way, you can be sure that your services will be meaningful and memorable. When you suffer loss in your family, let our family take care of your family. Day and Gannett Funeral Home, putting family first.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
Frankfort Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana.
At Day and Gannett Funeral Home, we know the importance of family. Being a family-owned funeral home, we pride ourselves in giving the care and love to you and your loved one as if you were part of our own family. With a compassionate staff that takes pride in fulfilling all the details to celebrate the life of your loved one in a unique and special way, you can be sure that your services will be meaningful and memorable. When you suffer loss in your family, let our family take care of your family. Day and Gannett Funeral Home, putting family first.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
Colleges and universities are always actively looking for highly targeted and effective ways of reaching high school students and their families. Imagine your informational message being displayed in full color on courtesy charging stations placed throughout the high schools of your choice. Our mobile charging stations provide your college or university with a continuous flow of traffic to those who benefit from your message the most. High traffic areas like the cafeteria, commons, multimedia rooms, and concessions make the perfect places to reach a receptive and captive audience. Advertise to your alumni of tomorrow by getting plugged in today. At JM Marketing, your audience awaits.
Many communities in rural America are often overlooked as underserved. These communities are being left behind due to lack of internet and access to state-of-the-art technology. That's why Mulberry Telecommunications provides rural broadband services and technology and is growing their presence in north central Indiana. Because every community deserves infrastructure and beyond. To learn more, contact us today.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Frankfort High School on a gorgeous Friday night here on September 13th. But the Southmont Mounties have a 21-0 lead over the Frankfort Hot Dogs here on Hot Dog TV. John Natali alongside my broadcast partner Chris Walker. Chris, we talked about it, and it all comes down to the little things. You can make the big play, you can make the big stop, what have you, but it's been penalties that have really derailed the good momentum that we saw from this Frankfort team.
Well, you kind of go back to some of our pregame keys to the game, converting in the red zone, limiting turnovers. They have limited turnovers, but you can't play sloppy football, right? You can't have those costly penalties at the wrong time, and we've seen some of that. So got to get better, got to clean that up. And like I said, I believe Southmont should be receiving the ball coming out of half here. If you're Frankfort, you got to get a stop, get the ball back, and get it in the end zone.
See Angel Del Toro there, and he's got the right wing a little bit wrapped up, a team leader for this Hot Dogs team. He's out on the sideline. You know that young man wants to be out there, but unfortunately can't due to the wrist injury. One thing that Coach Byers mentioned to me, Chris, was that he was very impressed, and I'm actually going to start probably checking this when my coach's phone calls, the amount of tape that his players were watching via Huddle Cam over the past week.
Gotcha. Shows the kids are dedicated.
You know that they do that with iPads and such in the NFL and in college and here in high school with the Huddle Cams that are respectively placed in strategic positions for football games, that the athletes can go back and put on their tablet and watch game film. And he said that this team is really, really indulged in that.
It's awesome.
And there are moments where you can see it.
Big first possession here from the defensive side for Frankfort. Got to find a way to get off the field.
Logan Light will kick, and we're underway in the second half.
Ooh.
Fielded off the ground at the 15, straight up the middle. Gets to the outside, has
Chad.
a blocker, and Chad gets to about the 40-yard line.
Are they sure Chad was not on his knee when he picked that ball up? I'm surprised that wasn't called.
Well, they're not going to discuss it.
Nope.
So it looks like everybody decided on the 39-yard line. And we will have our first offensive possession for the Mounties here in the second half. Tolliver under center. Good pump fake. Now throws it deep. Has a man wide open. That's Cale Chad.
Boy.
And he's got some real estate to room. Makes a move. Big stiff arm. Give him 6. Jaden Davis took a chance and met the turf, and Cale Chad was able to take it in for 6. My goodness.
It's a really good throw there by Tolliver. Hits Chad right in stride, and he is off to the races.
First play of the second half for the Mounties is a 61-yard completion from Heath Tolliver to Cale Chad, and Jaden Davis made an attempt. That's LaRue for the extra point, and it's good. So just 19 seconds into the second half, Southmont gets that touchdown that they were looking for at the end of the first half, and it's 28-0.
Well, now you're putting yourself in jeopardy of the running clock. And that's what you didn't want to get to if you're Frankfort. So now, again, you're going to get the ball here. Let's see if you can settle down, regroup, attack the rest of this game like it's 0-0 right now. That's the mindset you have to have if you're Frankfort. You pretend like it's a 0-0 game, and you do what you can to get this ball in the end zone.
You know that you can't get 28 back at one time.
No chance.
So you have to do what you do, play solid football, take care of yourself, take care of your teammates, and just make the right plays and see what game film you can watch coming up this upcoming week to see what to build on. But a long road ahead for the Frankfort offense. As the Mounties find themselves up 20-0. You mentioned it, Chris, as we're a touchdown away from a running clock.
Yeah, I'm going to be, if I'm Coach Byers, I'm going to be especially Lalo Castillo heavy on this drive.
Line drive to Castillo. Picks it up at the 10. And now he tries to break a seam. Got it. And good spin move. He's still on his feet.
Oh, they almost got that football out.
And wow, they're tugging in Peanut Tillman-like. I know you like that one.
I love it. I love it. Need to get a peanut punch in there, baby. Get that ball out.
Chris, a big Bears fan. Peanut Tillman really wasn't the first player to do it, but really put it on the map.
Yes, he
punching
did.
that ball out on returns.
I love watching highlight packages of Peanut doing that. Just so it gets you so fired up, man.
So good return by Castillo. Sets up shop at the 45 of the Hot Dogs. But they've had good field position on special teams so far. See what they can do it here. Barkley under center. Hand off to Castillo. Broke a tackle, but still taken down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose about 3. It'll be 2nd and long for the Hot Dogs.
Just watching Jackson. I was glued in on Jackson Wood that time. He literally had his guy blocked 7 yards down the field on that play. I mean, he is just clearing out some space, man.
But James Byers has had nothing but good praise for the senior, Jackson Woods. So he's a leader in the weight room, and you can see that.
Yeah.
He's a big kid, 6 foot, 260, coming at you. They ran into each other, and that was Jackson Woods out there. But just a miscommunication between Castillo and Barkley on that one. And it's 3rd and 12.
Ugh, that's tough. Puts you behind the sticks, and this kind of distance is not really suitable to the Frankfort offense. To be honest, not suitable for any offense, but when you're as run heavy as Frankfort is, it makes it even tougher.
Barkley will go from the gun. Woods to his right. Barkley back, has some time over the middle, soft pass, caught, and it's some room to run.
Nice stiff arm. Oh, no.
And is there a flag? Quincy Allen.
Frankfort's got it.
That ball was punched out. And good hustle there from Darren Barkley to cover that football.
Well, you get hit hard when you're Quincy Allen, when you're running around after the play. When you fumble, then you got to pick your shoe up and put your shoe back on.
A good drawn-up play there. Quincy Allen just alone in the middle. Soft touch pass from Barkley. And Darren able to come clean up the mess, but Hot Dogs have something here. 1st and 10 from the 35.
Oh, good Lord.
And Castillo picks it up, and he's got to get out of it. It's breaking tackles and gets back to about the 39. It's going to be a loss of 4.
I love watching that kid play football, man.
But you want to see those moves made upfield, not in the backfield, trying to save
you would love
possession. That's going to bring up 2nd and long.
And here we go again. I mean, you have the previous play where you get some momentum, and then you have a bad snap in your next play.
Barkley will take it under center. Woods and Castillo. Light to the right side. And off Castillo, right side behind Light and Woods. Gets a few back, doesn't get back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. Tonight's game brought to you by Frankfort Eagles 976, serving the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, visit f.o.e.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfort. Third and 13. And James Byers wants to talk it over.
Timeout. Okay.
Called a timeout. Give us a chance to talk about one of tonight's sponsors, Dave and Genna Funeral Homes. Brought to you by Dave and Genna Funeral Home tonight, where they believe in putting family first. As active members of the community, they know that when dealing with the law, seeing a familiar face and being treated like family is extremely important. Day and Genda Funeral Home will serve your family in a unique and loving way and provide the care that you need. For more information about the services Day and Genda Funeral Home offers, please visit dayandgenda.com. John Natale alongside my broadcast partner Chris Walker on a absolutely beautiful night, Friday the 13th. Really no spooks or scares in this one. It's 28-0.
No Jason Voorhees appearances today, you're saying?
There's still some game left. But it's been such an incredible night here at Frankfort. Had a really cool halftime event where they're trying to bring back locally youth football here. They had this bunch of kids running 40s, a lot faster than I ever did. But they look good out there. And there's another flag,
man.
And that's going to be Quincy Allen again on the near side.
Yeah,
he knew it.
Yeah. There's never any reason as a wide receiver on the outside to, and he's going to come out of the game for that, but never any reason to jump off sides, having a legal procedure as a receiver. Just look at the ball.
If I'm a coach, I make sure, Quincy, don't look directly at the referee after you move.
Yes.
I noticed that as soon as he moved. He looked to the right side and saw that flag come.
Yeah.
So that's going to back him up even further. Now 3rd and 17. Again, Chris, you had the momentum at the 35, and now you're back 17 yards. Light motion. And Barkley looking for Castillo. And Fisher and Castillo were in the vicinity, but that ball falls short.
Good coverage there by Colin Hall. Actually ended up being the closest receiver on that play was the defender there, Colin Hall.
Yeah, Barkley doesn't have the big arm, just has a soft touch to what he's doing, tries to float the ball in. But neither of these teams are considered air-it-out teams or airstrike teams. Like to put the ball on the ground. We've seen that from Stadler and Castillo. Now passing situation, 4th and 17.
Haven't seen this formation yet. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each
Barkley
side.
steps up in the pocket and straight over the middle, just in and out of the hands.
17, that's Camden Laney. Sophomore wide receiver in DB.
Well, maybe that's why he was the DB there, right through his hands. That was just a little bit high off the hands, a catchable ball. But nonetheless, it's a turnover on downs. It'll be first down for the Mounties.
Yeah, Cam may not get another potential interception that easy all year. That one you got to pull down and get back upfield. And now, like we said earlier, now you're kind of within that running clock situation if they score again. I just hate to see that the way Frankfort started this game.
1st and 10 from the Mounties 42. Tolliver rolls out, has a man open, it's caught, down the sideline, first down and more, and then finally pushed out of bounds.
They really like that play. It's kind of the fake counter and the throwback to Avery Stadler on the short side of the field, able to pick up.
Oh, he stepped out a little
9
early.
9 yards or so.
Stepped out a little early. I'm sure we see the picture there in Castillo, sure that he was the one involved in that.
Why? Because he always is, right?
But a great athlete, great student, good in the community. Lilo Castillo. Someone that those young athletes who are on the sideline running at halftime can look up to. Tolliver straight up the middle. That's 6'4", and a lot of it just running straight forward down to the 30. And that was Castillo, who had to take down a big load, but not before a big gain on the quarterback draw from Heath Tolliver.
Looks, there is a flag on the play.
And it's holding on Frankfort.
No. I think that was a personal foul, wasn't it? Yeah, I think he had a personal foul there. And I'm guessing Jackson Woods was in the middle of that because he's coming off the field and he is none too thrilled, and everyone seems to be leaving him alone. So that tells me, yeah, he was in the middle of something.
He's got his helmet off. James Byers talking to our lead official.
I just hope he was not ejected from this game.
Yeah, we're going to.
Yeah. And that's after the run, too, isn't it? Yeah.
They'll place it at the 15. So inside the red zone, 1st and 10 with 8:34.
We'll have to keep an eye on Jackson Woods here now.
He has his helmet off. And now he gets it back on.
Okay.
That might just been a pure frustration.
Okay. Understandable. You don't like to see it, but I get it.
Yeah, he went right to a coach on the offensive sideline. It wasn't Coach Byers.
Yep.
But he did go over. Might have been Mitch Behrens that he was talking to. There's Tolliver. Looks for the corner. And that ball is caught.
That ball.
What a great catch.
Gunnar Shirk. Wow. Tell you what, Gunnar did a good job of holding off his defender to give himself the opportunity in the room to catch that ball over his shoulder. That's really good wide receiver play right there.
Not just a great catch, but you had to put that ball in one place.
Great throw by.
And Heath Tolliver found it.
Yep.
We are 1 point away from a running clock here in Frankfort. LaRue.
I thought it was blocked.
Missed no good.
I thought that was going to be blocked. They had all kind of penetration there.
Could maybe got a fingertip on it, made it go left. Unless it's going to be 34-0 Southmont. And it's time for everybody in blue just to take a deep breath and just regroup. It's tough, Chris. So you talk about the first drive. We talk about that last drive where they had the big play and then started moving backwards. Where do you capitalize on those big opportunities? As Coach Byers said, what's happening Monday through Thursday is not materializing on Friday. And as commentators, we're seeing that. They're not playing bad football. It's a mistake here, and offside and just little things that can be cleaned up.
Yeah, it can be, but for whatever reason, it's not happening, right? And that's a thing. I'm like we talked about earlier. I mean, there is no question this team, to my eye, is better today than they were this time last year. But you look at the scoreboard after the game, you wouldn't think that, right? I mean, if you don't see it, you don't know.
Ball rolls on the ground. Quincy Allen got it, breaks a tackle, and then got wrapped up from behind, gets to about the 30-yard line. Well, at least one thing, the special teams have put Frankfort in decent field position throughout the evening.
Yeah, Quincy's got to keep that ball high and tight, though. He runs with that ball kind of flying loosely. That ball's going to get knocked out of there again.
And it's a good point that you bring that up, Chris. You think about how you hold the football and the importance of that and limiting turnovers and whatnot. Those are mistakes that when turnovers happen, they're big. A bad tip throw, an interception, fumble, whatever you call it. But the mistakes that Frankfort's making are all mental. A little offside, a little jump here. Mm-hmm. Things that you can clean up and that are so frustrating to a head coach because your kid's got it. They're just not executing.
Absolutely correct.
So Castillo straight up the middle, power football, pushes his way to the 35. Good run on first down. It'll be 2nd and 5. Tonight's game brought to you by Day and Genda Funeral Home, where they believe in putting family first. As active members of the community, they know what they're dealing with a loss. Seeing a familiar face and being treated like family is important. Day and Genda Funeral Home will serve your family in a unique and loving way and provide the care you need. For more information about the services Day and Genda Funeral Home offers, please visit dayandgenda.com. Barkley under center. Castillo straight up the middle. Breaks it to the outside. Now has some room to run. And he's got to the corner, and he'll get to about the 49, maybe to midfield. Good run there by Castillo.
Really good run there. What I love, too, at the end of this, Lalo Castillo, I think, has played probably every play in this game. And that would have been a perfect opportunity for him to just run that ball out of bounds and avoid some contact. But what does he do? Lowers his shoulder and goes into someone there. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Nose of the football at half field. And they're just putting it on the legs in number 3, which is a smart move.
Yes, it is.
One heck of an athlete. Gets it again, straight up the middle. Now pushed backwards, and that time it didn't work. Bunch of Mounties there to swallow that up.
Yeah, the defensive line on that play by the Mounties got all sorts of penetration, and they stopped everything.
It's led by Luke Hayes. Mentioned him in the first half, 6'3", 225. Pretty imposing player on the opposing sideline. Actually gave him a yard on that.
Wow.
That's James Lozano in the backfield. Here's Castillo. Tries to bounce it out to the outside. Gets wrapped up. Gets hit again. And then finally tackled.
32.
Micah Kiger.
Yep. Nice tackle there by Micah.
Came in from his linebacker position to finish that play. Castillo bounced off 2 defenders, but Kiger cleaned it up. Loss on the play at 2.
Man, I cannot imagine what Lalo Castillo's body's got to feel like after these games.
I just wonder if there's an ice bath on the Frankfort locker. That's just his.
Oh, man, I'm telling you.
Reserved for Lalo Castillo. Open 24/7, but only for him. He's a workhorse out there, number 3.
Yes, he is.
And Frankfort will call a timeout. Give me time to talk about Tornado Roofing. If you need quality work from a qualified roofer, we're the company to call. We've helped countless clients keep their property protected while saving time and money. We know we can do the same for you. We offer free estimates, financing, and even handle insurance claims. Give us a call at 765-670-6440 or visit tornadoroof.com for more information.
It's just a timeout there for Coach Byers to give his team a blow.
Probably right, Chris.
Got sucking wind out there.
It's a Friday night in high school football, just kind of iconic here in the state of Indiana. But tomorrow, see some college football. The Hoosiers are at UCLA for a conference game, believe it or not. They'll be out in Los Angeles.
Big Ten, baby. A new Big Ten.
The Big 37, it seems like.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then, Chris, your Boilermakers hosting the Fighting Irish. 3:30 kickoff in West Lafayette.
I think there's a little bit of pressure on Marcus Freeman in that game there tomorrow.
Ball State, like new, is at Miami, and that's not Miami, Ohio. They are going down to Florida to take on the Hurricanes tomorrow. Pass over the middle, and that ball was...
John, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's not going to be a good trip for the Ball State Cardinal.
No. Sycamores down in Terre Haute are hosting the Flyers at Dayton for some FCX action. And Butler hosting Hanover as well in the Pioneer Football League.
Yeah, my high school teammate, probably our best defensive player on my high school, my 5A state championship high school football team, Jeff Knowles, is now the defensive coordinator at Ball State. My cousin, who was a lineman on our team, is the offensive line coach, so I got some ties to that Ball State program.
Barkley drops back over the middle, and that ball is caught.
Oh, yeah.
That's Dakota Fisher.
Nice job, Dakota.
And from the looks at it, I thought that ball was going the other way for
So
6,
did I.
but somehow ended up in the chest of number 12, Dakota Fisher, and that's a big play.
Great job by Dakota Fisher keeping his concentration on that play, squeezing that ball, and then getting some extra yards after the catch. Great job.
So a big play, and it'll be 1st and 10 just outside the red zone on the 24 for the Hot Dogs.
Got to cash it in.
Pitch to Castillo. Got a good block on the seal there, and able to push his way forward to about the 17-yard line. Followed the block of James Lozano on the right side. Was able to cut in forward. Good gain on first down.
Tell you what, number 74 in there, Gary Falk, is playing his butt off. Another good tackle for him. This is at 6 feet, 270 pounds.
And here's where you have to capitalize, Chris. This is where they've been before, but then the penalties start going backwards.
Mm-hmm. Oh, could have had another one right there.
Castillo to the outside, cuts it back up, and runs into about 2 or 3 Mounties jerseys. A positive yardage. We'll see where they mark it. Might be 3rd and a long 2. And gave them 4, so 3rd and 1.
Wow.
And you're running 2 plays regardless here.
That is correct.
Just give it to number 3. Let him put his head down and get the first down. Get a new set of downs.
Just thinking about this is, have we seen Jackson Woods back out there?
That's why Lozano's out there. I've been seeing number 23 in the fullback position.
Flag. They brought the. What happened? Oh.
I think that may have been called on the sideline.
Wow.
And that's just a backbreaker.
Killer. Yes.
Go from 2nd and 1 or 3rd and 1 to 2nd and 14.
Yeah.
So Barkley drops back, looking for some help, throws it across the middle. That was intended for Darren Barkley. Falls incomplete, be 3rd and 14.
I just don't think Dennis Barkley puts enough zip on the ball for some of these inner breaking routes. I mean, it's okay to kind of loft the ball to the outside of the field, but, man, if you're going to loft it up in the middle there, you're going to give those defenders plenty of opportunities to get in there and intercept it. Got to be careful.
So 3rd and long. Big plays. And that's what's happened, Chris, is they get the big play, and then it's consecutive negative plays. They keep pushing them back.
That's
they
correct.
can't string anything together. Barkley now has to scramble. He tucks it and gets back to the 25.
Man, he's kind of far out there. You gonna throw a flag here? No.
Hunter Alisi lost his hat.
Think he's gonna have to come off the field for a play.
Stops the clock, pushed out of bounds. And what could have been 3rd and 1 and possibly an easier 4th down to manage and have 10 to go with 3:03 left here in the 3rd quarter.
The 4th and 10 here. Oh, did not.
And, they called incomplete. Very, very close to Darren Barkley.
I think Darren got hit in a bad area there, too. I don't know what happened. Coach, I got to go out.
Yep, that's everybody watching knows that that young man is in some pain. We'll just keep it at that.
Got hit in the no-no square.
Give us some time. Now we'll get this play off, and then we'll talk about Tolliver in the gun. Turnover on downs. Handoff straight up the middle. Tripped up.
It's number 22.
They kind of have a
Logan
log jam of running backs.
I agree.
5 or 6 that have touched the ball. And the running back, and that was Harden.
I didn't think it was Cale Chad that time.
If we can get a screenshot of that, but just want to point out the flag bearers and the squad down on the track who are just having a blast. I mean, they're going at it for all 3 quarters so far. Here's a handoff. Right side, breaks a tackle, and then dragged down by Daniel
Nugent.
Martinez.
Nice gain there by Nugent.
And good enough for a first down. That'll move the chains for the Mounties. The ISC Sports Network is partnered with Hot Dog TV to be the go-to place for live hot dog athletics. Catch your hot dogs all season long on the ISC Sports Network apps, social media platforms like X, Twitch, and YouTube to see events. Produced by Frankfort students in cooperation with ISC. The ISC Sports Network. Local lives here. 1st and 10 from the 35. Just about 1:30 left here in the 3rd quarter. Mounties up 34-0. Here's a handoff to the right side.
Wow.
That's Harden again. Good power football on 1st down.
No kidding. That's a lot of yards to get straight up the gut.
And there's Cale Chad, so he's not hurt.
I think you're just getting to a point in the game where the Frankfort D-line's getting a little tired. I mean, it's tough, right? You're down 34 points. It's hard to stay focused and keep playing hard when you're just getting kind of just beat up on all the time.
And this may be just a leg-saving thing that's happened from Coach Hannum, is that haven't seen Avery Stadler for quite some time. So hopefully that young man's okay, just getting a blow.
A breather.
Yep. There's a handoff to our side. Harden again. He's kind of wearing down that Frankfort front 4.
Yep, keep giving us Harden right now, but at some point here, I think you're going to see that counter with Cale Chad coming to the near side of the field. That play's been pretty much unstoppable for these guys.
Southmont will head to Crawfordsville next week to take the Athenians on. And Frankfort is at Lebanon, take on the Tigers. Oh, little pitch. And around the right side, that was Chad.
Defended very well right there that time.
Good defense. That was Dakota Fisher over there.
Yep, Dakota,
along
good play.
with Barkley. And Dennis Barkley. Kind of look at 21. You see him running off the field there. And young man's playing quarterback. He's playing a tough linebacker position. And I don't really know if there's anywhere else you can put him on the field. But 21 is getting some mileage, just like number 3, Lilo Castillo. And you can see Dominic Hoskins is just...
He's tired.
Yeah, that's his warm-up there.
Yeah.
He's probably played every snap so far.
It's tough, man. These smaller schools, at times you have so many guys that play both ways. It's just really hard on your body, especially early in the season when this weather is really muggy and hot.
It is kind of funny when you think about it. Not to say it's because it is. It's enrollment. It's kids who want to play the sport and get involved. But you look at a roster like Ben Davis, instead of a 2 deep, you're asking for a 9 deep.
Yeah, exactly.
And 4,000 kids in the school and a lot of football players. But out here in Frankfort, two of the sports that are really coming across here, baseball and soccer, have started to do well. They're still trying to get back basketball and football, which have been prominent here up in the community in Frankfort for a long amount of time, but it takes time.
Yes, it does.
You see new faces, you see new student enrollments, new faculty, and they ran out the quarter there, so it will start going the other way. 2nd and 8 from the Mounties 48, up 34-0 with 12 minutes left here in the ball game. And straight up the middle. Harden again. And this young man's probably going to get a lot of work here in the 4th quarter.
He's getting some really good gainers right up the gut.
This game brought to you by FiberHawk. Now available, FiberHawk Fiber Internet. Super fast speeds, no more buffering. Perfect for all sizes of business. FiberHawk offers every speed to meet your internet needs. For more on offerings and availability, go to fiberhawk.com or call 765-922-HAWK. Fast, affordable, FiberHawk. And up the middle again. That's Harden is breaking tackles.
I think they just made their mind up. This is going to be the Logan Harden drive.
Harden again pushes his way for a first down. And that's how you can tell the hot dogs are tired. They know it's coming. They know that 22 is coming right at them, and they just can't stop them.
That's
Gain a
right.
good chunk yardage.
And if you're an offensive lineman, this is when you love it, right? You know when you're just going downhill, you're not thinking about pass blocking, you can fire off the ball and just maul your man in front of you. Every offensive lineman, if you ask them, would much rather run block than pass block. Gives them the opportunity to be the aggressor.
We're gonna have
timeout, Southmont.
Timeout, Southmont. Talk it over, giving you a chance to talk about Ardente Dental. They offer high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Whether you're a brand new patient or have been with us for years, we're here to serve you. Give us a call at 765-654-7222 or visit us online at Ardente Dental. My goodness gracious. Let's get it, kid. Visit us online at ardentedental.com. Ardente Dental. We bring smiles to life.
That's kind of a mouthful. Ardente Dental. Say that 3 times.
Like reading tongue twisters.
No kidding.
Entertainment value. I want to thank Richard Sully for putting these together and making me babble all over myself. I need work too. It's time in the booth. But here with Chris Walker, I'm John Natale. Hot Dog TV, presented by the ISC Sports Network, working in cohesion. Having a great time here in Frankfort. The score, it is 34-0 Southmont. They've put on a good display, but I still cannot discredit the effort that Frankfort has put in.
Agreed.
Their roster is almost half of what Southmont's is. And they pass the ball to the outside. Breaks a tackle. Now gets to the corner, gets past the stick, and that'll be a first down.
Not sure if I'm a fan of that one, to be honest. I mean, I know it's still got to play the game, but man, there's really no need to be throwing a ball right now.
C.J. Nugent on the reception. And there might be a stare from Coach Byers looking over at Coach Desson Hannum for that. But we'll play on. No matter what they play or what they run, Frankfort's got to stop it.
Right back to Logan Harden here, I'm sure.
Tolliver under center.
Oh,
fumble. And there's a fumble, ball on the ground. And I believe that's Hot Dogs football.
Bounced right into the gate of the Frankfort player. Yep.
So karma bites. After the pass play, fumble on the next possession. It'll be Frankfort football at their own 24-yard line. First turnover of the ball game in favor of Frankfort.
Good job there by the Hot Dogs. Get that ball out of there. Now try to sustain a drive and see what you can get on the board.
Let's see if they can get one of those big plays, but then add to it. See if they can chunk together 2 or 3 quality plays here from the Hot Dog offense. Power I formation. I like this. And off Castillo. Had to cut up the middle and didn't get much on the first down run. Want to thank our friends at Healthy Communities of Clinton County, where recovery is possible. If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, reach out to Healthy Communities at 659-6063 or at www.healthyclintoncounty.org. Healthy Communities of Clinton County. And misdirection, so Barkley's got a lot of room to run. He's rolling, tosses it out, and off the fingertips. Darren Barkley. Barkley's been around the football a couple times, just can't get his mitts on it.
Yes, he has. Just out of his reach there.
Stops the clock with 9:27 left, 3rd and 9. Hot Dogs will reset. We'll do it again. On their own 25. After the turnover, the fumble by Harden. The lone turnover of the game. Barkley in the gun.
4 receivers again, 2 on each side.
And Barkley had to pull it back down. Now he's got to run. He's in trouble and gets taken down. Just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they motioned Castillo into the backfield kind of as a decoy, but when that happened, it made it really easy to not have to worry about him anymore.
That was Logan Harden making up for the lost fumble to drag down Barkley. 4th and 8.
Got to get a good punt here. Talked about it earlier. Let's see if they can have a clean operation here to get the punt off.
Well, they only have 10 men on the field.
And there we go. We're not even starting off very well.
And a timeout has to be called.
Boy, that you don't like. That one you just can't have the situation. You got to be paying attention on the sidelines. You got to know that you're part of the punt team. And, man, he still wasn't out there.
Tonight's game brought to you by the Farmers Bank. At the Farmers Bank, we like helping everyone grow. From business owners running multi-million-dollar companies to first-timers just opening a savings account. We've drawn over 140 years of history to honor the principles of personal conduct, connection, and individual attention that have been there since our founding in 1876. And that's why you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
John, I just thought of something. I wonder if Jackson Woods was the player that was supposed to be on that punt team. And he's like, because I don't think we've seen him back out there.
He has not come back to the field. And the punt is away, almost blocked. Got off the side of his foot. A better punt.
Much better.
But doesn't take a favorable bounce and just on the Mounties side of the football field, or they may place it at midfield, where the Mounties will start with good field position. We'll see what kind of offense that Coach Hassam runs here.
Tell you what, the scoreboard hadn't changed the vigor of the band down there. They're jamming, man. They haven't stopped.
And that's high school football, Brad. Shows you the community output that came out tonight. Cheer on their hot dogs, even on the other side.
Yeah, it
Mounties have a nice crowd.
I thought so, too. Saw that earlier.
Big Sagamore Conference matchup here. These two teams very familiar with each other. Tolliver. Straight up the middle. And that's Harden. He breaks the tackle now. And now he's got some real estate. 20, 10 from behind. Barkley trying but couldn't catch up. 6 more for the Mounties on a long run by Logan Harden. It was just a matter of time, Chris. They kept him on Frankfort on their heels. That offensive line was getting pushed, and Harden finally broke one.
Yeah, it's just too much offense. They're too strong up front. Good run. He kept feeding him and feeding him and feeding him, and he finally busted one open.
Go for the extra point. Missed the last one.
High snap.
That ball, no good.
Oh, he missed it.
So that's 2 missed extra points.
Well,
and Chris, it's something small to think about, but also to talk about. Is that 2 points? Okay, we're up 40-0 in this one. That's not going to hurt us.
Mm-hmm.
You get the semi-state, you get the regional, sectional, everything like that. 2 points can be a huge turner, and special teams needs to improve.
Well, in these kind of games, it gives the Southmont coaching staff something to really stress in practice, something they can work on. So, as a coach, you're always looking for opportunities to coach, right? So, yes, we did maybe win this game really big, guys, but there were still some things we need to clean up, starting with the special teams.
After this kick, it'll be a running clock. High school rules say that 35 points will make the clock run, unless specifically stopped by the referees. Mounties to kick off from their own 40. Castillo on his 10. And one aspect that has benefited Frankfort is their field position to open up each drive. It's just that they've had to receive too many kicks from the Mounties.
I'd like to see Lalo break one here if he's back there still.
The line drive punt from LaRue. And off fingertips of Castillo. Now he's got some room. Tries to get up the middle. Swallowed up immediately at around the 28-yard line.
Yeah, that's number 32 there. Micah Kiger with the angry tackle.
Kiger had a nice stop on Castillo on that last set of downs for the Hot Dogs. And with the running clock still, Chris, it's 7 minutes left. These Hot Dogs are running on pure fumes. The gasoline tank has been worn out. They've gave it their all this evening, but they are just a tired bunch of athletes and have to fight through this one down 40-0.
And Frankfort didn't have any timeouts left either.
Castillo bounces to the outside. Puts his shoulder down.
I like it.
Angry run at the 34.
Like yeah. Get some of that.
Good sportsmanship there by Hunter MacArthur, number 19, to help up Castillo, but not after a nice, powerful 6-yard run.
Just like he's finishing those runs.
I mean, you got to admire that. Down 40-0 with 6 minutes left, and you're pretty much the star of this team, and you're still putting your shoulder down trying to get that extra yards. Big heart from number 3.
No question.
Barkley. Option. And gives it to Castillo, probably a little early, but Castillo makes a good move, get past the line of scrimmage, and be able to find 3 or 4 more extra yards.
Unreal. Don't know how he was able to get something out of that.
Stop made by Bronson Clark, seeing his first action, number 10, the sophomore. Clark getting the headwear fixed up a little bit.
Trying to
figure it out. That'll bring up 3rd and 1. Hot Dogs get a first down here. Keep this drive alive. See if they can put some sort of points on the board here in the closing minutes. Hand off to Castillo, and that's the way you do it. Just run straight up the middle. No penalties on the play. Clean football, straight power football from your best player. First down, Hot Dogs.
The only time tonight Lalo wouldn't really touch by anyone, he just tripped over his own feet there.
He was his own worst enemy on that one, but still managed to poke out 4 or 5 yards on the 3rd down run. Under 5 here left in Frankfort. More than likely this will drop the Hot Dogs to 0-4. Mounties will move to 2-2 on the season. That's a Lozano.
Yeah.
Getting a rare carry.
Very rare. Good
That's
game.
A Kyle Juszczyk carry.
There you go.
Don't see it much, but Lozano has been in there spelling Jackson Woods. Jackson Woods is on the side and doesn't have his helmet on. Really not sure what happened, number 24. He's having a great game.
Yeah, it really was.
But then came off visibly frustrated, took his helmet off, was talking to a coach.
After a 15-yard personal foul penalty.
So we're not sure if he was thrown out.
Yeah, we don't know.
Or not. But here we go. Hand off to Castillo. Bounces to the outside, cuts in the middle, breaks the tackle, and gets enough for a first down.
And Lalo is a good player, man. He is such a good player.
Give it the 45 of Southmont. And once again, Frankfort putting together a good drive here. I don't want to jinx it, but have eliminated any turnovers so far. Still 45 yards to go, but they look good. Playing against a tired Mounties defense as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's going to stand up here? Mounties want to pitch the shutout, but Frankfort doesn't want that to happen. Here's Barkley by himself. And takes it. Runs to the outside. Whoa. Now he cuts to the middle. He's going to get to about the 39-yard line for a gain of 6.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, John. If Frankfort really wants to try to score some points here, they're going to have to pick up the pace a little bit. because, again, you're not going to be able to stop the clock. You don't have any timeouts. You got a running clock going against you as well. So you got to start getting the plays in, getting up to the line of scrimmage, and getting the play off. I mean, I know it's not going to look a ton different on the scoreboard, but to have that good feeling of getting a touchdown to end this game, that's something you need to do if you're Frankfort.
And it's your film for next week to say, look what we did on this drive that we need to capitalize on this upcoming week against Lebanon. And that's a bad snap. Barkley's got to pick it up. He still has it, but he's got to do something with it. Puts it in his left hand, trying to break tackles, and then finally pushed out. Kind of head-to-head helmet contact there. Close. But all the way back to the 46.
The running clock situation cracks me up because I look down on the field and I see that the officials are still going through their normal mechanics, and I see the side judge waving off to stop the clock, but it's not stopping. I'm like, guys, stop the clock. But no, it's a running clock. So just interesting to see this when you have the running clock situation.
Just want to make sure that Gary Falk is okay. He was asking for a sub, but Castillo breaks it to the outside with speed, tries to cut it upfield and does, gets a few more yards.
Gary Falk played a really good game today. Big number 74.
He's tripped up by Solomon Mason. Mason also the backup quarterback to Tolliver.
Come on, guys, get in the huddle. Get out of the huddle. Get a playoff.
So 4th and 1. The Hot Dogs still have life, and they don't. Met at the line of scrimmage.
Did not get it.
And that's about as big a body as you want to see come at you. McAllister Dalton at 6'4", 305. Number 60 came across that line.
It's a big
and stuffed
boy.
Castillo. Just want to mention our thanks to Hot Dog TV, Lucas, Guillermo, Kyle, and Richard. All a part of this broadcast tonight on Hot Dog TV, presented by the ISC Sports Network. A fantastic job. The hospitality here has been great for my partner and I, Chris Walker. And really do. And you mentioned it, Chris. I mean, we had nothing like this when I was in high school. I would have ate this up like it was my job, which it is now, but it's a little dated. And it looks like we're just going to let this one run out.
Yep.
As the final seconds tick off, that'll do it here in Frankfort. Fans, I can just say one thing. Don't let the score deceive you. It wasn't the prettiest of games. It wasn't the best game for the Hot Dogs, nonetheless. We saw some things of why this team is playing better football than, Chris, you and I saw a year ago from almost today. Is 40-0, but mental mistakes, one here, one there, a big play to reverse it going the other way. What's your takeaway from this?
Simple. The thing I can say is the scoreboard's not going to look pretty. You're going to get up tomorrow and see in the newspaper or on Twitter or whatever the final score, and you're going to think, same old Frankfort. But what my eyes tell me, they are most certainly improving. There are a lot of good things that are happening on the football field. They just have to clean up the little mistakes. Those little mistakes are turning into big mistakes because they're affecting big-time drives for this team. Once they can clean that up, they're going to start scoring some points.
Post-game show brought to you by Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. So moving forward to next week, Chris, and Lebanon. Name me the one thing. I know there's a lot to work on, but you have to choose one thing. You have to emphasize. What's the one thing, if you're Coach James Byers, that you're going to emphasize going into next Friday?
Eliminate the penalties. Have to. Got to be able to eliminate the penalties, because if you take those away and some of those key drives, you're scoring touchdowns.
And we also want to mention this pretty easy choice, our Frankfort Eagles Clinton County Player of the Game. And, Chris, I got to give it to number 3.
Lalo Castillo's just all over the field, man. He does everything. Again, he runs it, he catches it, he hits you on the other side of the ball. He is a lot of fun to watch play football.
From a broadcast partner, Chris Walker, I'm John Natali on Hot Dog TV and the ISC Sports Network. Your final from Frankfort, the Southmont Monties 40 and the Frankfort Hot Dogs 0. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Tonight's game is presented to you in parts by the Frankfort Eagles. Post 976, they are people helping people. By Day and Ginda Funeral Home, proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County. By the healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice.
By Fiberhawk, fast, affordable Fiberhawk.
By the Farmers Bank, where you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. By the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. And by Tornado Roofing, specializing in residential and commercial roofing and repair.
At Tornado Roofing, we provide a complete range of services defined by quality, innovation, and expertise. We offer free estimates, have financing available, and handle insurance claims. Tornado Roofing is more than a name. It's a family-owned and operated business known for its committed customer service and expectation of going beyond our clients' needs. Our work is backed by a customer satisfaction guarantee to provide you with peace of mind. For more information, visit tornadoroof.com or call 670-6440. At Tornado